Because, of course, we notoriously are using a Chinese finger trap on each other's penises.
I'm melting out of my butt. Please save me. Maybe you can whimper when you finally ejaculate, and I'd be fine with that.
If this is just him being like, you get the full rod for, what is it, $38.25?
The most weird thing that's ever happened to us.
Ugh.
Can you imagine?
That's the most... we can't say on record that's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to us.
Recorded? I'm not saying like in our fucking lives.
I was going to say, yeah, we've had way crazier shit happen than that.
Yeah, remember that time that you kissed that drifter for a train ride to Albuquerque?
Well, first of all, it was my fault because I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, first of all. Second of all, you guys dared me to do it, and I wasn't about to say no to a dare.
That's true. And then you had to take
can't turn down a dad dare. That's not how the dad squad works.
Yeah, but we try to keep them more, reasonable than kissing a drifter for a train ride. And then you got to bathe that drifter.
Drunk.
When aren't we?
We were all very, very drunk.
I mean,
and one of us was hopped up on pills.
Yeah.
It was me. I won't lie. It was me.
We don't want to talk about that low point in your life when you were hopped up on pills kissing drifters for train rides, but it does happen a lot.
Well, I mean...
It can't be a low point if you don't stop doing it. How do you think I got the pills?
Well, I mean, there's no point in stopping doing it. They say if you're good at something, never do it for free,
Yeah,
and
but no one
I'm
pays
really
you.
good at asking drifters for train. They pay me in pills.
And
so,
then,
I'm going to spend the money on the pills anyway, so they might as well just pay me in pills.
And then you have to give him a bath.
Well, yeah.
I mean...
Sponge bath?
Yeah, sponge on a stick bath.
Oh, hell yeah.
The best.
Like I wash myself with a rag on a stick bath?
Yeah, kind of. Similar things.
But more aggressive?
Yeah, if it's a fucking drifter, then you beat him with the stick.
Beat him with sticks until he submits?
If you kill a man on a train, it's not murder.
Oh, yeah, we established that so long ago. I sometimes think about that pretzel bitch, and I hope her life is bad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, believe it or not.
Interesting, because I cannot forget.
I know, it took a lot.
In my mind, we're still on the train.
I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online occasionally out of boredom. And I feel like I'm not the first to create this. It's probably been done, but I find it to be some of the most fun I've had in the online game, because all the missions and heists and shit are fucking confusing, so I just don't do them. What I do is I find the train tracks. First I go to get all the guns and stuff I can afford, fully loaded, as much ammo as I can get. Then I jump on a train and I ride the train everywhere it goes. And then anytime it's open and there's cars and people, I just shoot everyone and everything to try to get the most 5 stars. You know what I mean? The most wanted level I can get. And then the train goes through so many tunnels and shit that you almost always get away with it. So even if you have 5 stars and they've got the fucking helicopters out crazy and the tanks and shit, then you go in a tunnel and you get away with it. And I just do that for a long time until I die or run out of ammunition.
Big GTA Online secrets here on the Dapper Dads, folks. If you haven't been playing GTA, you've been missing out.
Yeah, that super old game. That's what I mean. I had to find something to make it interesting. And the best is if when you're waiting for the train, you start shooting cops then, and then you jump on the train, and it's just the perfect little fuck you.
Just the most perfectly little balanced, delicate fuck you I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but there are some points where it goes through too much of the desert and too many of the holes, and it gets a little boring. But then you can shoot the conductor in the back of the head if you stand in the right spot, and the train never ends still. So
it just keeps rolling.
Yeah, but then it stops at one station, and then it goes again, and I'm like, I shot you in the head. What's going on here?
I shot you in the head, motherfucker.
Anyway, folks, it's the Dapper Dads episode 148. Call us.
148.
Call us at 402-7-DAPPER. Why is this the first thing? 402-732-7737 and tell us your PIN number for your debit card.
Nothing else.
No. Well, that's just what we need. We figured out the rest. That the other stuff's easy. It's all about that.
You said
PIN
the quiet
number,
part
baby.
loud and the loud part quiet.
Interesting. I was just thinking of that this morning for some reason.
It's
Anyway,
an omen.
go to www.thedapperdads.com. There's stuff there. Actually, I haven't updated it. I don't know why. I have time, but I don't care so much, so I don't do it. www.patreon.com/dapperdads. That is still being heavily updated. Technically getting a bonus episode the last 2 months, and probably this one, depending. We just uncovered a big secret that actually disconnected our current setup.
It got to shut down.
So we've broken something open. We need you all to go listen to it. So when our bodies wash ashore, with our pants pulled down, we'll say that much. You can understand what happened.
Our wieners definitely exploded.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the time when you die, your wiener explodes.
I mean, did they explode our wieners before we died?
Oh, I hope not. I don't want to have to see them struggle to get my dick kind of hard so it's big enough to explode.
But then they just. You said it, and I was thinking about it for myself. I was like, God, because I'm gonna have such a nervous dick in that situation if I think I'm getting killed.
And imagine
my adrenaline's gonna be so bad.
Imagine we're chained to a table, and they're like, pull their pants down. It's time to explode their wieners, and they pull their pants down. They're like, well, God damn it, we can't. It's gotta. And they're quietly talking, sir, it has to be at least a couple of inches to insert the explosive. And he's like, well, I don't know, maybe
they have
fluff it a little bit.
The tiniest dicks we've ever seen.
Yeah, we and it's clearly it's a problem. And then they're like, I don't know, turn on some porn or something.
And the guy's like, I don't know, blow them a little bit or something. And the guy's like, whoa, you don't pay me enough to blow the hostages.
Yeah, and we're like, I'm sorry. Isn't this punishment enough for whatever we did to get here?
This sounds like a you guys thing and not an us thing. So can we go?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get any harder. You guys are really cramping my style.
You guys are really cramping my style. If you think my dick's unimpressive now, it's going to get way more unimpressive if you guys won't stop yelling at each other.
Yeah, so
guys, if you want me to get hard, we need to have a connection.
Why don't you guys kiss a little? And then they do, and I'm like, oh, I'm not even into that. That's just weird. You guys are going to have a weird inter-office workplace relationship from now on. Inter-Russian
gang relationship.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like I said, go to patreon.com/dapperdads to figure out what we're talking about, because I'm learning even more now. And I'd love to expand on it, but that's only available on Patreon.
Only available. You'll have to wait till next time.
Email us at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com, which no one does, and it doesn't really matter, and I don't really care.
Nothing matters.
Follow us
None of this matters. We're not real.
Twitter.
You're not real.
@dapperdads. And follow us on Instagram @dapperdadspodcast. There we go. I think we did all the promo for the first time in several episodes.
We did all the thingies.
We did all the thingies, and let me say,
we did the dad doodle.
We did the dad doodles, and I'm proud to have done it. I feel like
hell yeah.
I feel very accomplished by saying the things and doing the stuff again.
I am topless right now.
You're topless?
Oh yeah, I'm not wearing a shirt.
What are you wearing?
I'm those how do I describe it? Those shorts that I've had forever. They got not the camo print, but the fern prints on them. Yeah,
I think so.
I wore them first year at the cabin down to the river to swim in.
Oh, I don't know then. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm wearing those and my Crocs, and that's it.
How are the Crocs treating you? We didn't talk about that on here.
Honest to God, they're treating me fantastic, and I really don't want to sound like a weirdo about it, but I love these fucking shoes. They're amazing.
Out of 10.
Out of 10,
Yeah.
okay, now what are we out of 10 is like a shoe in general,
Just
or
foot
like a
comfort.
sandal flip flop style shoe?
Just simple foot comfort in it.
Simple foot comfort. I'm gonna go straight like 8.5 out of 10.
Wow. Yeah,
Only
I'm very
the only
curious.
thing that makes it less of a 10, the only thing that doesn't make it a 10 for me is that they are, and I hate to say this, somehow more comfortable when you wear them with socks, because
God damn it. You hate to hear it.
you hate to hear it, because like I know what I look like stepping out in Crocs with ankle socks on. Like I look like a fucking dork, and I know it.
Oh yeah.
But it's, but it's because like when you look at the shoes on the inside, they have like it's like a weird pattern on the inside. It's like a bunch of little bumps,
Uh-huh.
kind of like what's on the. It's like the same thing on the outside of the shoe, but it's not like as rough. I don't know how to describe it. Like when you like once I feel like once I've worn these in a while, it might not be as bad. Like how like you wear in a shoe and like it kind of fits around like your ankle and the ball of your foot.
Right.
I'm thinking that might help a little bit, but like because usually with house shoes, like I don't tend to wear them like around the house. I'll wear them if I'm like taking the trash out or like going down to the basement or something.
Yeah.
But I'll like put these on and then forget, and like I'm just walking around the house in the Crocs for hours at a time because they're so comfortable.
Huh. Yeah, I feel like I really just want to know what it feels like because I've always been curious.
You can try mine on.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll be big and
They
disgusting.
they will be big.
No, actually, my feet grew several sizes since we last saw each other.
I would love it if we were the same shoe size once we got out of this thing.
No, mine are actually bigger than yours now.
Oh wow! So where do we have to? I'm like a 13 or a 14. So what are you? A 15?
I mean, I haven't really been able to get the proper shoes. You know what I mean? Because I definitely need to go
Mm-hmm.
somewhere and try some on. And when I have tried to go, they're like, we don't carry this size. I've got like clown feet, not clown shoes, clown feet.
The, you can't have the clown shoes with the clown feet. If you have both, people are going to think you're a clown. They will, in fact, clown you for it.
Right. But yeah, it's pretty shocking to see. But I cannot be pushed over anymore, so that's good.
I cannot be pushed over. My sense of balance is immaculate.
Yeah, I will
I can
never.
parkour like a motherfucker.
No, I constantly trip. But I can't be pushed over. If I'm standing still, I can't be pushed over. If I take a couple of steps, I'm guaranteed to trip and fall and hurt myself.
I can't be pushed over by anyone except myself. It's a wonderful life.
Yeah, it's because I took some growth hormones I bought on the internet, and it
It's
went to
because
my
I saw
feet.
It's because I got an email about some penis pills that really just gave me clown feet.
I bought a thing of colon cleanse, and I'm gonna do it
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay.
I'm starting it
Let's get
tomorrow.
into this. What's going on with that?
I've just wanted to do it forever because I feel like if you read up on it and stuff, it's supposed to be like super good for you. No one ever does it. You know what I mean? You know how much gross shit's like packed in your colon?
Is
And
this like that guy that was on TV late at night that I hate, who would talk about how much John Wayne had in his colon when he died?
oh, I forgot about that. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to be like John Wayne with his gigantic beefy colon.
Okay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to do this so that one of us does it, and then I need you to tell me the results, and then if there's any left over, you let me do it, and so we can both say we did like a Dapper Dad's colon cleanse 2019.
Well, let me tell you about it.
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Let me
I don't want it to be 2020 so bad. I'll go back a year.
let me explain this whole thing because yeah, I've been looking at it forever. On Amazon, you can buy it. It's a 2 week thing. You take like 2 pills each day, and then like 1 pill a day for the second week or something, whatever. And it's a 14-day process. And if you look on Amazon, it has like 20,000 reviews and like 4.5 stars overall. So like it's pretty, well reviewed. But if you read the reviews, it's fucking hilarious. And that's my whole thing is I've wanted to do it for like a long time. But it's
Hmm.
basically you read the reviews and people are basically saying they either came out very close to shitting their pants or they shit their pants. And they say
like literally shitting their pants.
yes, because it like really cleans your colon out. Like everyone says like you're really gonna shit crazy for like at least the first couple days. So that's what,
Couple days?
yeah, like it really like cleans you out. And then everyone says like what comes out of your body looks unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to do it forever, but I've been like nervous of like, cause there's reviews of people like trying to run into the grocery store that they happen to be by to go to the bathroom and shitting their pants on the way into the grocery store. And
Oh
so
no.
I was like, oh, if I'm going to be home, then that seems like the perfect time. You know what I mean? Because then I can just
Yeah.
shit all day without any repercussions. Hopefully, like if I shit my pants in my house, I'll be pretty
Oh,
bummed.
you'll pay. There will be repercussions.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, the actual act of shitting, but sometimes because I feel like I haven't recently been having like a really good shit either, and I feel like this will be it probably several times over. Not like a good shit.
You are not the only person to tell me that, and I'm in agreement with everyone. I have not had like a good, like I've been shitting, but it hasn't been like a good shit recently, you know?
Right. I surprisingly had.
Is it the stress from the way the world is?
I feel like that's got to be like a big part of it for if everyone's feeling that way. And yeah, I had a surprisingly decent one yesterday. But it's still, I don't know. I need something, and occasionally that's how I feel. Like I never get like diarrhea or really anything like that. And when I do, like it's of
Yeah, you
course,
make a point of that.
yeah, I get it maybe like once or twice a year, like really bad. Otherwise, it doesn't really happen.
And how often do you vomit?
I typically not at all. Maybe once a year, but I don't remember the last time. During this quarantine, I had one morning where I woke up and it was early on, and I thought I was gonna barf. Like I had to lay down in the shower, which is one of those.
Oh,
You know how bad it is if you got to lay down in the shower and let the water just fall all over your stupid body. But I didn't barf, so.
that's I feel, what I had like a morning recently where I just felt super nauseous, and I knew I couldn't be pregnant because I don't have ovaries. So
Right, you're also not having
I don't
any
know.
sex.
Yeah, I'm also nobody's fucking me, so that also helps. And I also don't believe in God, so it's definitely not immaculate conception. So I don't know what happened, but like I had that thing in where like you know how your mouth feel like you're gonna throw up,
Oh yeah.
you know, where like you start getting like extra spitty,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's like that really like watery spit because your body's like, hey, we're lubing you up for what's about to come out.
I know. That's what I had
And,
that the morning I was sick too. Like I woke up, I tried to drink coffee. I had immediately felt fucked up. I went to my bathroom and kneeled down and my mouth was wet. And at that point you're like, well, I guess this is happening, but it's super out of the ordinary for me.
Right, like it's not normal to like just it's not normal for me to kneel and then have to immediately vomit afterwards, you know?
Yeah, I mean even like because I will push it to the brink like notoriously. I've thrown up all over the place from like trying to like fend it off because I've had and people like will give me shit sometimes like just do it, but I've like successfully prevented it. Like even like the case I'm talking about now where I probably could. I have a hard time making myself throw up, and it might even be the better option. But sometimes, like I used to do it, just like try to fall asleep hard enough, and then I wake up and I don't feel sick, or just try to push it off, and then I don't end up throwing up. So I'd rather do that than throw up, honestly.
Well, hey, you know what? You're a man who sticks to his principles, and I can respect that if nothing else.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm the colon. Or yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say when I was gonna throw up the other morning, I kept like spitting, and and like because you know how like sometimes like if you're doing that and you're swallowing the spit, it makes it worse. Like you just feel like you're gonna throw up more.
Yeah,
you know. So like I'm just like spitting in the sink to like just get this spit out, and I keep spitting for like 10 to 15 minutes to the point where I felt like it was just gonna be that day. From that point on, if not the rest of my life, you know, like when you have hiccups for more than a minute and you're like, this is just my life.
Right.
I'm going to be one of those people that has hiccups for 47 years and they can't stop. I'm
Right.
like, I'm gonna have to be that guy that carries around a disgusting water bottle and like crinkles it in his back pocket and spits into it. And somebody's like, "Oh, you got some dip, man?" And I'm like, "No, I just can't stop spitting."
I feel like this is how I normally am. My mouth is always super wet, and I could spit like regularly, like every couple minutes.
Yeah, remember when I like stopped smoking for a bit there and my mouth was just constantly wet all the time and I texted you about it every day?
Oh yeah, yeah. You were like, "How do you live like this? I can't do this anymore. I'd
because
rather be dead."
and I really like that's not an exaggeration. Like I really did text you like that
Yeah,
because I did not under because like literally I was like, this is insane because I'm sitting there just swallowing,
yeah. I
swallowing,
know.
swallowing. I'm like, is this his life? Is because the way you talk about your mouth, it's like it is like you could basically have like a small aquarium in your bottom jawline if you let enough spit line up down there, you know?
Right. I've realized recently, like if I'm in the shower or I'm outside, I'll spit like probably half and half, swallow, half spit. And like I was in the shower
At the
recently.
same damn time.
Well, like back and forth, not like really thinking about it, just like subconsciously doing it, especially outside. But I was in the shower recently
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing it and then I was thinking about it and I was like, yeah, this seems like this is so much. Like I could spit like every minute, like like a spit, not like a struggle spit, like a normal, you know. And that's what I was thinking the same thing. Like this, I feel like this isn't normal. Why does this happen? Why will this never? But like it doesn't really bother me anymore because it's just my existence.
You just get used to it, yeah.
Right. I just wonder what other people are like. And yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to switch bodies with someone, not for all the things people think, just to basically get better bearings on like how I'm doing in my body. Because I feel like it's not
Yeah,
right.
you don't want to switch bodies with me.
No, I don't, because I'd have more questions.
Yeah, what would you do? I know we've been over this, but I really just love to think about like what would happen if we got Freaky Friday. Because of
Yeah.
course we notoriously are using a Chinese finger trap on each other's penises
I mean,
when this
that's
happens.
the only way to do it, and it has to be a thunderstorm. And we have to buy the
A
Chinese finger
thunderstorm.
trap from a man at a flea market that like basically tells us it's cursed, but we just ignore it. And he's like,
Because
"I'm
we're like
telling you."
so day drunk and sunburnt from wandering around this flea market. And we're like, hey guys, look, I bet we can stick our dicks in this. And the other guys are like, yeah, you guys totally can. And we're like, we should film this. This is a great idea to film this.
And the guy at the flea market is like, "That is the most cursed object that has ever been on the face of the earth. I didn't even mean for it to be on this table. The fact that any of us are near it is putting us at grave danger." And we're like, "Fuck
And
yeah, bro."
we're just waggling it around. I'm like, hey guys, look, I have a Chinese finger trap dick. Woo!
"How much do you want for the dick trap, baby?" And he's like, "Please, I can't sell that to you, and my soul will be taken to hell immediately." We're like,
I'm
"Fine,
like, it
free
was
finger trap,
free.
more fun for us. See you later,
He's
bro."
like, no, please. And then like he turns into dust as we walk away. So it's like, is the rest of the stuff free now too?
Yeah, and then we just take all of his shit. But yeah, if I
Man shouldn't have sold me a cursed dick trap.
yeah, if I woke up in your body, I don't know, it'd be scary. My favorite thing is, and I know, yeah, when we've talked about this before, and anytime the idea comes up of switching bodies, my main thought is I think I'm in pain or unwell in certain areas at certain times. And my fear is that I go into someone else's body and the pain is so much crazier and they're like fine all the time. And then you find out you're just a huge baby.
Yeah, that's the worst. You think you have like this great pain tolerance, and it turns out you're the biggest pussy that ever lived.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, that?" Like people are in your body like, "This is great. You said your back hurts? What the fuck is wrong with you? How's
Oh,
my
you
back
can't have
feel?"
this body back. This is my body now.
And then they look at the dick and balls and they're like, "Never mind. I'll go back to my life
Never
of
mind, take
agony to
it
be out
back.
of this."
I would rather die than live with this cock and ball combination. And oh my god, butthole combination too. It's like, whoa, what's wrong with my butthole?
Yeah, they're like, "You think your ass crack is bad. How's mine treating you?"
You think your ass crack is painful sometimes. Feel this, and you just like try to walk, and it's like, oh my god.
But yeah, anyway, back to the colon cleanse. So I'm starting, I take the first like 2 pills tonight. And when I wake up in the morning, things are supposed to start. So I will keep you personally
Okay,
updated. and then we
I
will.
was going to say, I don't know if I'm going to proclaim this on the show. I don't know if I want pictures necessarily, but I would like daily updates about what's going on.
I will give you daily updates, and I will only send you a picture if it is like absolutely shocking, and I feel like the only way you'll fully grasp it is to see it. I'm not going to be crude with this. It will only be for science if it happens.
I understand that, and
you wake up to 50,
that, you're honest about
you wake up to 56 text messages from me, and it's just shit after shit after shit.
I wish you knew how genuinely terrified I am of tomorrow morning now that I'm just gonna wake up. Because, man, yeah, I'm sleeping in tomorrow, so there's a good chance I'm gonna wake up to like 56 texts and like a bunch of missed calls. 911 has called me. A church has called me for some reason. Because for like your friend shit so much it opened up a demonic porthole to hell, and there's quite frankly nothing we can do about it, and we need you, the Doom Slayer. And then it turns into a Doom ripoff pretty much, where I have to kill all the demons that come to Earth because you took such a massive shit.
I'm gonna send you a video of it happening, but it's gonna be from the bottom of the toilet bowl, so you're like, what is this, a GoPro? Is that camera gone now? That can't be good.
Is this in 4K?
Yeah, there's lighting in the toilet bowl.
Did he pay for an 8K GoPro to impress me with this scat video?
You just see my backyard and the camera's like on the ground, and you're like, what is going on? And then I just walk over with no pants on and just blast a shit straight into my lawn, just a big long liquidy shit. Because I'm like, this is the only way I felt like you could really see what's going on. I do it onto the concrete so then we can still see the aftermath.
It looks like a Super Soaker commercial from the 90s where the kids are just like running in a trench of water for some reason, but it's just you shitting.
Yeah. I'm just spraying it all over the neighborhood kids. What would you do if you looked outside and your neighbor just walked out with no pants on and took the most watery, explosive shit you've ever seen?
I
feel like you have to kind of understand. Like, you got to be like, I get it. That seems like that couldn't have been contained.
I understand. It's just a good day to stay indoors that day, you know?
Yeah, I'd just be like, spray the lawn when you're done.
Spray the lawn when you're done. That part's looking a little yellow over there if you're picking up when I'm laying down, buddy. Your shit makes my grass grow.
Yeah, maybe that is the answer. But yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous. I hope it goes well. You know, good and not scary. I'm concerned, and I'm scared it's going to be one of those things that I can't go back on, and I'm just stuck on the toilet.
Well, you certainly can't,
hours.
And I'm definitely here to tell you that you can't. But I'm also here to tell you that it's okay, and I would hold your hand if I could, but I can't, so I won't. So. I guess call me if you have to, but if you're going to call me and make like wailing, agony, being drugged to hell noises while you're taking shit, I really don't want you to call me.
I was going to say it's just me sobbing. Why?
Just sobbing. I regret it. I regret all of it. I regret everything. I'm like, oh my God, is he dying? Is he actually dying?
Would you like
From
me?
The amount of
Would you like me
if you feel like you're dying, you have to call me. You know that, right? Like, you can't die on the toilet and not call me.
Oh, no, I'll die on the toilet.
You have to die on the toilet and call me. I have to be the last person you talk to on the toilet. I have to hear the phone clatter to the ground, and I have to be like, and then I have to go out into the street and be like, drama is dead! And then, like, sob about it while Lacrimosa plays.
I mean, if that's your final wish, I guess it matters.
Not my final wish. I'm not the one who's dying, bitch.
Would you like me to read some of the reviews, just a couple, so maybe you get the gist?
I feel like I have a good gist, but I would love to hear some testimonials.
Yeah, the first review that pops up, it says, Day 1, took one last night and pooped twice. First time was pretty big. The coffee I had was a huge mistake. My bowel evacuated quickly and kind of liquidy. Day 2, big poop this morning. Stomach cramped a bit, but just pooed it out. Later in the day, it hit me, and I farted really loud in front of my boss. Not sure if this pill is a mistake, but it's doing the job. Day 3, some stomach cramping, but it all exited just fine. I had to stop at a gas station on the way to work to do my business because it couldn't wait. Day 4, in all caps, I'm melting out of my butt. Please save me.
Oh,
Day 5, I think my stomach is getting used to it. Make sure to drink lots of water. Day 6, almost there. My colon better be clean. Day 7, I successfully completed a week. I recommend this product, but be very wary of farts, stomach cramps, and always stay close to a toilet.
so you need about a week to really let this thing like take hold and do what it's got to do.
Yeah, I guess so. So
Okay.
now I know day 4 is where it gets serious, apparently.
Well, they say it takes 3 days to break a habit, so I guess it takes 3 days to stop your body from hanging on to all that poo.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best review to like actually break down the days. The rest are just stories of, like I said, almost shitting your pants or actively shitting your pants. I have an actual story to tell because it's been a while since either of us have actually done anything.
Is this what happened last Sunday?
It is what happened last Sunday.
Oh, I have been waiting so patiently for this because you definitely seemed like you weren't going to give me any details and I wasn't going to pry, but it has been killing me all week. And so please tell me the story.
Right. Yeah, it's quite a story. That's why I wanted to save it because like I said, we haven't done anything and like it's felt like we've only just talked about general stuff cuz nothing's happening. And boy did something happen. I had mentioned on here that I was in the market for a patio set and a grill. And that's been what I've been looking into, specifically a patio set on Facebook Marketplace. There's a bunch of them, but they go super quick. And for one reason or another, we hadn't been able to get one of them that we'd seen. So we're looking last Sunday. Yeah, we record the podcast. And then right after that, I'm like looking at this shit. Eventually, I happened to like literally refresh. And this big, beautiful patio set was posted like 3 minutes ago. It's 8 chairs. 4 of them recline, a huge fucking table, an ottoman, $150. So I jump on it and message the lady. She says, yeah, come get it. We're the first people, but there's like other people coming. This is an hour away from my house, okay? And
Okay.
so I take my car, my girl like borrows a truck, we go. So we're driving there, we get close to it. I kind of have to pee like when we're at like getting close to the people's house. And then we get there, it takes a little bit to load the stuff in because it's so much shit and like trying to figure out where to put it and how to make it fit and whatnot. So then
right, because it's 8. What was it all again? Like how many pieces? 12 it sounds like.
8 chairs, a big ass table, and an ottoman. And yeah, like
so 10, yeah.
Yeah, 4 of the chairs stack, but the reclining ones fold up weird. And yeah, it's like that Tetris shit of trying to move things in. The people were like nice as shit, and yeah, like for $150 is like insane, like how nice it is and how big, and like it's a little over the top for like the lack of people we have over right now, obviously, but like it's gorgeous.
In the future it's going to come in handy.
Yeah, I mean, even just sitting out there now, we've been playing beer pong on it too for fun, so it's been a good time. It's a good deal. But so we're driving back another hour back to my house, and we get like about halfway home, and we're turning, and I'm like following her in the truck to make sure nothing happens, right? And which is always my biggest fear when you're following someone moving stuff, that it's gonna like come loose and fly into you and basically kill you because you're right.
Yeah, we've all seen Final Destination.
Yeah, it's like my biggest fear. And then so we're going to turn on this one road, like we're in the left-hand lane at a stoplight going to make a turn. And as I come up behind her, I realize that the glass from the top of the table has like come up and is sliding out, if that makes sense. So it's like a couple inches like away from the table on the left, which is the direction we were turning. So I'm like trying to call her real quick, and I'm like, hey, the glass is coming out of the table, so like pull off as soon as you can so we can get it back in there. So there's a gas station right there. We pull in, get the glass back in the table. Everything's good. I have to pee like pretty badly at this point. And
Uh-huh.
we're at the gas station, but then I look and it's like mask required, whatever. I don't have a mask in my car. I haven't even been in any place since all of this like has been happening, specifically the mask shit. So I'm like,
Right.
I don't know what to do. I can't go in there, but it's fine. Like at this point, we're in like a city that we go to fairly often, and I know it's like about 30 minutes, probably less. And I think we'll be good. Whatever. So we get back on the road, and it's like 5 minutes later, and I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. Like it's definitely not gonna be right. Typically, I would just pull off and piss somewhere, but I'm like following her, and I don't want to like pull off and piss, and then the fucking table flips out of the truck, kills 6 people, or some crazy shit.
Yeah, and then every time you piss, you have a PTSD flashback, and it's terrible.
Yeah, I can't deal with that type of shit on my conscience. So I text her and I'm like, hey, I gotta piss so bad. Can we stop back like where she picked the truck up, which is about halfway from my house to where we are, like right in the middle. And because I'm like, I feel like I can make it there if we hit this just right, it'll be good. And so she's like, yeah, and we're driving, and then it just got to like such an unbelievable point. Like I don't know if I've ever had to piss this bad in my life. I'm doing that thing where you're like shifting around. I'm like leaning up. I'm trying to like listen to music and sing. I'm trying to just think about anything, whatever I can do. But I'm still confident in the fact that like we can do this. We're like really not that far away from like this middle point that we can get to. But there's this on that road, there is construction, and I've taken that road a couple times since it started, and it's over a bridge. So half of the bridge is completely gone, and it's super fucking crazy to drive over. It looks horrifying, and it's one of those things where it's just one way. So you have to stop, and the cars come into your lane, you know, and then get back over into their lane, and then you go one at a time, whatever. And all I could think is if we don't get hit by that, like if I don't have to stop at that, I think it'll be okay. But if I have to stop at that, I don't know what will happen.
I can't, yeah, at a certain point, you cannot control anything else that happens at that point.
And I have like my water bottle I use to drink out of, and I'm like, I don't know if I can like pee in this and drive, and like, I just don't know what to do, but I still feel like I can do it. I believe in myself. And then we're coming up to that fucking bridge, and I see that it's a red light, but I'm hoping like I'm coming up slowly and it'll turn green. And then there's those goddamn things that they put on the road to like vibrate your car to let you know you're coming up to that shit. And then it just happened, and I pissed my pants violently.
Again? You pissed your pants before.
No, well, like one time a while ago, I was in the car driving, similar thing, but I drank a bunch of coffee at night. And then I got off the road, and I got out of my car, and like when I got out, it like started to happen in my pants a little bit, but then I peed outside. This like literally, because then like
This was a full blown piss in your pants.
I would say above full blown. Like I cannot express to you. I was wearing basketball shorts. I'm sitting there, and I've never like ever that I can remember have it like it just happened like involuntarily. Like I was trying so hard to like not let it happen, and then it just like I've never had that feeling before. Like the floodgates just completely broke, and it was out of my control. I like left my body, and it just started pissing itself.
How was it?
It was horrible. So I'm in basketball shorts.
It wasn't freeing in any way?
No, it was one of the most like humiliating. I can't even speak about it. Humiliating and like demoralizing things. It just felt like I felt defeat like I can't explain. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't fun. I thought I could do it. I believed in myself, and then I like grabbed my dick right before it happens, because I'm like, maybe if I just squeeze my dick, it'll stop. So I've got my...
I'm sorry. I love the idea of you being so full of piss to the point that you're holding your dick like a balloon, trying not to let the air out so you're not pissing.
It was honestly just my last ditch attempt, because I didn't know what to do. And I feel like you never think you're gonna piss your pants. You know what I mean? Like you always are like, I can hold this. You know what I mean? I've held this before. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I have my hand on the steering wheel, my hand on my dick. Then it just starts happening, and I'm looking down at it, and through my pants, it's like the pee's like
You
bubbling
see it
up a bit.
spreading, yeah, because like at first you're like, because I've been here, and there's that moment where you're like, am I actually pissing my pants right now?
Yeah.
And it feels warm, and you see it,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
feeling the
There
relief,
was
and you're like,
no
yeah, oh no, I'm for sure pissing my pants.
there was no question in my mind because like it felt like I felt it in my stomach as soon as it started, just like this just burst of like tension relief. And yeah, I'm holding it, and yeah, it's like bubbling up out of my pants. And then I'm like, oh, like what do you even do? Like, because it took so long too. I had to pee so much that I was just actively peeing my pants. And so then I'm like, I call my girl who's in front of me, and because she like looked back at me like right before it happened, and I was just violently shaking my head no, like trying to be like, this isn't gonna work. And so I call her, and I was like, hey, never mind. And she's, which I, in my head, I thought like explained everything that happened, so I didn't have to say it. And she was like, never mind what? What's going on? And I was like, I'm pissing my pants. And then, because I was still actively pissing my pants. And then it was just like silence. And then I hung up the phone because I like need to continue to drive and I guess finish pissing my pants. And then
I guess
I
because at
realized
that point,
I realized after I hung up that it probably sounded like I was like, I'm going to just piss my pants. I'm making this decision now. Fuck it. Because I said I'm pissing my pants. But I meant like, and I told her later, I was like, I meant like I'm actively, currently, while you're talking to a man who is pissing in his car right now. I hope you're excited about it. And yeah,
you really know how to smooth talk them.
And then like when I unplugged my phone to call, the music stopped, and then I just didn't put it back on because I don't know what you listen to in that moment. And I just smoked a cigarette and sat in my
with warm piss in your pants that was turning into cold piss.
Yeah, it was turning cold pretty bad. And then then I got home and I like got out of my car and I glanced in my seat, and it was just a huge, like I'm talking about, this is probably one of the biggest pisses of my life, just all in my fucking car. And then I had to go. And then to add insult to injury, I get out of my car, I'm walking into my house, and I'm like going into my bathroom to like take my shoes off and then get in the shower and take my shorts and shirt off in the shower and let them like sit there while I shower. And then as I'm walking into my house, I'm like have to piss again. And I feel like I'm gonna piss my pants again. I had to pee so bad. I got in the shower and peed for like another full minute. And then at the end of the shower, I had to pee again.
Worried about you.
And then the rest of the night, like after you piss your pants like that, it's every time you feel like you're about to piss, it feels like so much more urgent. I think only now have I started to get back calibrated with my body and know I'm not always going to be pissing my pants.
Only now, after having pissed your pants, do you now fear the slight sensation of having to piss at all, for fear that nothing but piss will fill up your pants again.
Yeah, it was a pretty absolutely awful experience. And
what's the worst thing you had to hear this week? My buddy can't wear pants anymore because he's afraid of pissing in them.
Yeah, then I just pee everywhere. And yeah,
then he just pees everywhere like a big degenerate.
I don't know what the answer was. And then of course, like once everything got to my house successfully, I was like, I should have just pulled off and peed. Like it would have been fine. I could have sped back up. I could have even just not taken a full pee. I feel like if I could have, have you ever had that happen where you like get out and you're peeing somewhere public, but you just let a little out, or at least enough to like buy you some time?
Yeah, you really put yourself on a piss timer because you really don't want to push yourself too far, but you got to do so. It's either piss your pants in a moving car, call someone and tell them about it, or release some pressure in a weird spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only upside was that I peed him on the way home. Imagine if someone came to buy your patio set from you and they had clearly fucking soaked their shorts in their piss
themselves.
Yeah.
On the way there.
So I
Like
was
you think
just,
like, wow, is this person a child?
I was so excited about this deal we're getting.
I'm so wow. I can't thank you folks enough for giving us such a sweet deal on this patio furniture. Now, has there ever been any incidents with this? Like any spills, urine, anything like that?
Because it's fine if it has. I just need to know. I'm like clearly in the
It's fine
market
if it
for
has.
pissed on
I'm just
furniture.
curious before I lay down on it right now.
Yeah, what if you show up, what if you were like selling a couch and the person who shows up to buy it clearly pissed their pants and then they're like, "Oh, can I try it out?" What do you do?
Okay, here's my big question. Have you shaved at all? Like, did you finally shave your neck and everything, or is that still going on?
I've trimmed it. I didn't shave it away, but I have trimmed it several times because it just becomes like unbelievable and just unpleasant to like even exist with.
I would say, because if it was like you that showed up and I didn't know you, and you look like you always do, and you had pissed your pants, I'd have like questions, but I wouldn't like think you were nuts. I'd think like something happened, you know?
Uh-huh.
But like I wouldn't pry into it because I don't know you like that. But like if you showed up with like your haircut the way it was and like your facial hair the way it was and everything, and you're like, oh yeah, thanks for the great deal on the patio furniture, I'd be like, I am gonna call the police right now.
But let's just say you're selling a couch on Facebook Marketplace. A let's say 35-year-old man, well dressed, well to do, shows up to buy it, but it is clear, pretty clear, that he pissed his pants. There's at least like a big wet spot, and he's like, "Can I sit on the couch and try it out?" Do you do anything about it, or do you let it happen?
Oh, I'd be like, man, did you piss your pants on the way over here? Because you're not sitting on the couch if you pissed your pants.
And what if he's like, "Oh no, spilled some drink in the car"?
I spilled I spilled a drink in the car, but like he smells like piss.
Yeah, he's like, "I was drinking piss." What?
I would say, does he smell like piss, or does he smell like he spilled like a Mountain Dew Code Red on his pants?
You get you it seems like you're getting a small waft of piss, but you're not sure if you're just making it up in your head because you think that it's piss.
Like it's possible that maybe like what he's wearing may have had piss on it at one point.
Yeah, which I mean also, how many of your clothes may have had piss on them at some point?
I mean, I'm saying like maybe the guy has like cats or something, and the cat peed on the shirt a long time ago.
Oh no,
And like
it's
he
not.
can't smell it because he's kind of like nose dead to it.
No, it's not cat piss. It's very clearly, if it's anything, it's human piss, but you're not sure if it's anything. But it's definitely not a pop or like a drink. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would just be, I'm too awkward to be like, "Hey, did you piss your pants?"
I mean, I'm definitely not. I mean, like I'm definitely awkward, but like I'm not so awkward to like if I'm trying to sell something to let someone who's clearly covered in piss like touch it and like pee all over it.
Yeah, I just love the idea of someone who like gets off on the fact of like pissing their pants and then sitting on for sale furniture.
That's the guy's kink.
Yeah, it's very specific.
That's what really rocks his world.
And he never buys the furniture.
I mean, hey, everybody wants to rule the world, right?
Right. I wanted to bring up a something that popped up on my Facebook like memories shit this morning that I had forgotten about. It is a business card that I had come across on the internet many, many years ago and reposted on Facebook because it's funny to me. I wanted to just read it to you and get your input on it. The business card, the center in a bold font says "Big Dick, Expert, Plain, and Fancy Fucking, Evenings by Appointment Only." So it is a business card for a gigolo. Also on the front, it says "Virgins treated gently, spinsters satisfied, extra attention given to neglected married women, widows a specialty, cut rate for party of 6 or more, satisfaction with one hard-on." All of that on the front.
How big is the business card?
It
Because this
is
sounds more like a personal advert taken out of the paper.
right. It's a normal size business card. It makes more sense when you see it. The things that I listed second are like in each corner are a couple things smaller. Yeah, it's honestly it's laid out pretty well. I'm a big fan of Widow's a specialty. Um, yeah, I don't know. And then on the back, this is the price list and what you get and how much it costs. All right. First
Mm-hmm.
off, plain insertion, $20. Plain
What's a
insertion.
plain insertion?
I think just like missionary. Yeah, a lot of things are like worded specifically. A couple I want to run by you because I don't know what exactly it is. And
Genuinely don't know.
we'll get to those. But yeah, plain insertion $20. Plain insertion with caress $27. Inverted position $22. Which that one I'm not exactly sure. Is that like woman on
Is
top?
inverted like doggy style, or is doggy style something else that's listed?
No, doggy is listed next, and we'll be getting to that. Is inverted like?
So would inverted be girl on top?
Yeah, that's what I said. I feel like that is all I could imagine. But yeah, you don't want to order inverted and think you're getting woman on top, and then turns out you're. I don't know what the hell.
Turns out you've ordered him like upside down, like fucking you backwards.
Turns out you ordered you fucking him with a strap on.
Wow. Oh,
Oh.
for $27?
No, 22 for the inverted. 27 is the caress with the plain insertion. Get your shit together, man. Come on.
I would say you will have to forgive me. I'm not here with our blessed be it monitor to show me all the details of this man's billing breakdown.
Right. R.I.P. the monitor.
R.I.P. monitor.
Next is doggy fashion for $22.50. And you can also get doggy
50 cents.
Yeah, 50 cents more. Doggy fashion with barking and yelping, also for $22.50. So for no additional cost, you can have doggy style with barking and yelping. And then this
I don't know how I feel about that. So he does the barking and the yelping while he's fucking you?
It's implied, yes.
Okay, go on.
I would like to be able to, if I was the woman or if I was just ordering these services, I suppose, I'd like to be able to choose the barking or the yelping. I don't think I want both. I don't think I want yelping. You know what I mean?
Yelping is like a scared dog.
Right, or a hurt dog.
Yeah, like a dog that needs something.
Maybe
A hungry dog yelp.
Yeah, maybe you can whimper when I'd finally ejaculate, and I'd be fine with that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Anyway, the next one is the one I have possibly the most questions about, and I'm hoping you can help me understand. It is a womb stretch for $39.25. Can you help me out? Do you know what that is?
I'm trying.
A womb.
I feel like
stretch.
it's something involving. I feel like it's something involving air, like a balloon.
Really?
Well, if you're talking about a womb stretch, I mean, there's no way this guy is like stick. I mean, even if he has a big dick. So, okay, follow me here. All right, this is gonna go places.
Oh shit.
So if the gentleman in question that we're talking about has like a ridiculously big dick, and he is offering a womb stretching service, it is implied that up to this point, he has not been inserting his entire penis into the woman. If he's offering a womb stretching service that doesn't involve some type of air blowing. Follow me here?
Right.
So if it's a womb stretching service, it's just like, this is just him being like, you get the full rod for, what is it, $38.25?
$39.25.
Why not just charge an even 40? That's my biggest qualm with all of this.
I know there's some other prices coming up that are interesting as well, but yeah.
I just I don't know. I think it's got to be something with like air, where he's like blowing air into your pussy, or it's got to be something where like
do women
he's putting
want
like
that?
the whole hog in.
I think it's got to be whole hog. Who
You know what,
wants?
honestly, there's some things I see on the internet that I can't say I'm necessarily a fan of, but people seem to enjoy.
Right.
You know,
This business card also looks pretty dated. If I had to guess, I would say like the 80s. And I don't know if we.
why don't you just pop a quick Google for what a womb stretching is really quick?
I did just pull it up on Urban Dictionary, and the top definition says the effect of a man with a long penis shagging a woman and penetrating that little bit too far, commonly associated with the breaking of a banjo string.
What?
Yeah, I think maybe we just don't know because we don't have this long penis.
We don't know because we're not bloody perverts.
It also says other side effects include limp dick, soft ons, fanny farts, and stomach cramps for the woman.
See, that's what leads me to believe it has something to do with air and like blowing
Oh.
air, you know?
Oh, yeah, I don't think this is right. I hovered over banjo string because it's a hyperlink, and the banjo string is on the penis, that thin ridge of skin connecting the foreskin to the helmet. So
Yikes.
it's saying so you can, for $39.25 you can pay the man to penetrate so far that it breaks the bit of skin that connects the head of his dick to the rest of his dick.
mm, type in womb stretching 80s and see what comes up.
Oh, I don't know about that. Well, here
Well,
the other urban.
that was the most reluctant dad thing I've ever heard you say in my life. I just want you to know that made me so proud. Because there's like sometimes I'm like, you know, you wonder if your friends are going to be good parents. I think you're going to be all right.
Just because I said I don't know about that.
Just it's not what you said; it's the way you said it was just such a fatherly, like, we're definitely not doing this because I think it's weird, but this is how I'm gonna word it.
Yeah, it's like when your mom says we'll see, and it always means no.
Yeah, that always means no.
The other Urban Dictionary one is for womb stretcher, and it says a man with a huge tool penis dick unit that can go.
I'll say, why can't they just say dick? Well, a man with a huge dick.
That can go so deep in a woman's pussy that he makes her gag. So
That's implied that he's got like an 8 foot long dick.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's.
I don't claim to have allegiance to this man.
Yeah, I think we just don't have the equipment to understand. But I think, yeah,
Literally.
basically, I think it's what you mean, or what you had said, where like he maybe doesn't give the whole hog for everyone else, and then yeah, you got to pay for the womb stretcher, and he really just jams that thing in there.
I think it's crazy that you got to pay for the whole hog, you know?
Yeah, you definitely like. There's got to be up.
Especially if he's going doggy style.
Yeah, well, I mean that's probably the easiest
Something's
one
not adding up.
to not do, because I feel like I would get carried away and give the whole hog. You know, that's why I'm not in this business.
Yeah, like, sorry, I enjoy sex so much that I might want to have fun and give him the whole hog. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, you got to be
sorry,
upset.
bitch, you didn't pay for it, so I can't have fun. Like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
You got to be upset when you pay $27 for plain insertion with caress, and then you find out while you're doing it that he's only giving you half the thing.
Yeah, you find out later in the letter as you're reading it, as he's giving it to you.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh no, I didn't know I had to pay for the womb stretch. But anyway,
Oh no, I didn't know I have to pay for all the bacon too.
continuing on because there's more to get to here. Next is a tongue bath for $50.
That's just going down. Like, it's cunnilingus, right?
Nope.
Like it's like a cat. Like, he bathes you like a cat.
Yeah, I think it's just licking someone all over. But if you want what is considered a muff dive, it's $100. So the
A
tongue,
muff dive. Am I hearing that correctly?
yeah, muff dive. Have you never heard that?
Oh, I've heard the term. I just wanted to make sure that that's what we're going with here.
Yeah, some of the terms are like meant to, I think, be more classy, but then it just sounds weird, like doggy fashion and muff dive Because womb stretch doesn't sound nice at all.
If a lady was like muff dive me, I don't know how about it I would be, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the way you would say it. She'd probably be like, give.
I feel like it's a real not classy broad that tells me to give her a good muff dive, you know?
Oh, I've been muff divin. I don't know what the hell is
muff divin, muff driven,
muff driven. But yeah,
muff.
Womb stretch is not a classy term. I think it should be like extra deep penetration. $39.25.
That somehow feels aggressive.
Womb stretch sounds fucking crazy. Like that
okay,
sounds
I see. I accept what you're saying, but you also need to accept what you're saying sounds crazy too.
Extra deep penetration? I don't think that sounds that crazy. I think that's the best way to put it.
Extra deep penetration implies extra deep penetration is like an XXL chalupa, you know, like you're getting a bigger chalupa.
Right, and that's
like,
what it.
Need
a womb stretch. A womb stretch implies that your body will be.
Chalupa? Are you not satisfied?
A womb stretch implies that your body will not be the same, and it might affect the future idea of having children.
Yeah, and that's a scary, sad idea for you. You should think about that while you're out here just living up a single life. There's nothing wrong with having multiple partners, but just think about the future when you're thinking about getting your goddamn womb stretched.
And then the next section is time limits, and it is $37.50 per hour, or you can go with the all-night package, which is 12 hours for $150.
12 hours for $150. That's not a bad deal.
No, that's a great deal, especially all night, because I wouldn't even consider 12 hours all night. You know what I mean? That's longer than I would expect. And does he fuck you for 12 hours?
Good for this guy for... You know what? If I could go for 12 hours, if I could go for a 12-hour sex session, I would sell myself too. I can't hate him.
Oh no, but what I don't like is so I can't pay $22 for the inverted position. I have to pay $22 plus each hour at an hourly rate of $37.50. We're looking at like $60 right now.
That's a lot of money just to get my specific rocks off.
Well, yeah, I don't like the breaking up the prices. Like, just give me like a whole thing. You know what I mean? Don't like it in the hour. I know you because you want to let me know it has to be in hour increments.
Like you're trying to break it down by acts and everything, and I get that, but like, you know, I mean, like I feel like that can be discussed later. Like, just give me an hourly rate, you know?
Right, and that's what's the best about our final section here, which is like add-ons. It specifically says extra attention. Just some things you can throw into the mix. First off, titty chewing for $1.15.
That is aggressive. That's an aggressive statement. I want to say that's the most aggressive thing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's the most sexually aggressive thing we've ever said on this show.
Titty chewing?
Titty chewing?
Titty chewing?
Titty chewing.
Hey, baby.
Surely you just...
And the fact that
would you be into some titty chewing?
The fact that it's $1.15. Like, why not throw it in? You know what I mean?
Why do I have to bring a whole goddamn jar of change to this sex swap?
It's implying that you're gonna tip him, just like at the bar when you're like, "Why is it $3.50?"
With
I'm gonna
change.
No, well, I mean, kind of. Well, you just give them, $2, and you say, "Keep the change."
For 12 hours and they tip me 17 cents, I'm gonna be so pissed.
It's like. It's more than that, but you give them the dollar. You don't understand. My question is, can I just...
don't understand. Why am I getting change back from my tips to this fucker?
No.
Why is she giving me change? Does she have a little change roller on her person?
She doesn't give you change. That's the purpose of making it weird, like, cents at the end is so you give $2 instead of $1.15. That's not the only tip you're giving them, unless you show up and you're like, "Listen, pal, all I want is titty chewing. Here's $2. Start nibbling."
That's what I'm saying. What if you're like, give me a womb stretch with a titty chewing, please?
Oh man. Well, yeah, that works out to.
What's a womb stretch with a titty chewing run you these days?
Oh, that'd be 40-40.
What's the stock market on that?
Well, that depends also if you want the per hour or the all night. Because, yeah, are you able to stretch my womb for 12 hours, or eventually does it
Yeah,
become
well,
adjusted to it?
does 12 hours of titty chewing cause some chafing, or are you able to accommodate?
Chafing? You don't have nipples anymore.
Don't say after 12 hours you don't have tits anymore. That man had lunch.
And then next in the extra attention is French kissing, in parentheses, mouth. In parentheses underneath it, it says pussy, see muff dive.
Whoa! So he'll put the word pussy on.
I know. Pussy, see muff dive. It's just a fun sentence to me. Because you're like, why didn't you just say pussy?
But then it's an arrow drawn back to muff dive, I'd like to think.
Yeah. But the French kissing of the mouth is $2.75. Reasonable.
Yo, buddy, I'm not looking for like a 12-night fuck fest or anything. I just want a titty chew and a French kiss on my muff dive.
Well, don't worry, because then next is the French tickler for $3.25.
Now, refresh my memory. What's a French tickler again?
It's like when the condoms have like the bumps on the end or whatever. You know what I mean? Basically, not a normal condom. It has like the little fun things for the lady. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Little bumps.
A little ribbed for her pleasure, but let me tell you, it tastes nothing like Famous Dave's when I tried gnawing on those things.
You've been going to the wrong Famous Dave's.
You've been eating at the wrong condom factory, you fucking moron.
And then next we have finger diddle, which is $9.50.
I don't like that combination of words.
The thing I hate is like, it just really takes all the fun out of it. So you're saying I can't get fingered even a little bit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it takes all, because that's kind of the fun of fucking sometimes. It's like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Like, what fun are we gonna have this time on? What happens when you touch my genitals?
And then you're like, yeah, and then if you're like, oh, finger me, does he go, that'll be $9.50 extra?
Or does he like do that real shitty thing where like you're asking for things in the heat of the moment, you're running up a huge tab, and then you get to the end and it's like $400, and you're like, how? He's like, well, if you take the titty nipple rub that turned into a fucking muff diver womb stretcher combo, and the combo upcharge plus the combo tax shows that you owe me $8,888.88.
And then
Put your calculator under the light, you fucking moron. You got your thumb over the solar panel parts.
Finally, in the extra attention section, we have Vaseline, in parentheses, if needed, $1.25.
Man, you can't even provide lube for the situation.
No, this guy's got it all figured out.
He's got it broken down to the penny, literally, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, if you're good at your job, you're able to make your own rates. And even if they're different from current market value. I want to see with inflation, like I said, this card feels old. We'll be posting it online so you guys can get a look at it as well and give us your dream menu.
Your uncut opinions.
But yeah, I want to see what inflation looks like now and see like maybe we, get into this business of making grotesque business cards for people.
I think that's actually what we have to evolve into to survive in the current market.
I mean, yeah, you gotta try new things with the current state of the world. We have a couple of submissions that we'll get into. First one.
Did people listen to us?
Yeah, there's 4 submissions, so 2 of them are from one person though. So.
Okay. Well, can I guess who the one person is?
I don't think you have to. First one comes from Patreon Idea, and that's idea@gmail.com. And it says, new Patreon tier, and the reward is any and all weird / unreleased content, such as the video of Slim eating them Whoppers, maybe include blooper type stuff like failed merch ideas, maybe the emails from failed sponsorships and or some behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. I'm just.
So they want to see all our failures?
Yeah, which I thought about, like, having something. I like the idea. I think the two problems are I don't know how much stuff we have to justify like a whole tier forever, and
Right,
I don't know
yeah.
like how funny things are. Like the failed sponsorships are just usually people not getting back to us, and then occasionally people telling us they're just not interested. So it's not like they were like,
Like the Whopper thing? The Whopper thing is like scary when you watch it and kind of sad.
I know. I thought about it recently, given all this time, and like I feel weird about the podcast recently because like not having to edit the video takes like a huge chunk off my hands. So I'm always like,
Hmm.
I don't know what to do. I feel like I should do more, but I don't know what there is to do. And then I see that video on my laptop sometimes, just that thumbnail of you and Cole shaking hands is what the thumbnail is, and it's the Whopper, like my footage of it. And I was like, should I look at this and maybe see if I can clean it up so it's not so crazy? But then I was scared if I watched it again, I would feel the way I felt about you again. So I didn't do it.
Yeah, I would like it if you didn't watch it again.
Yeah, I do like to think that one day, maybe like when we're in our 40s, so when I've went back in time or something, we can finally release it and just let it be, well after the podcast has ended and no one cares or remembers us, then we put it out.
Like in a billion years, and then our kids find it. It's like that movie John Malkovich did.
Yeah, where his kids find a video of him aggressively eating Whoppers.
And trying to eat 10 Impossible Whoppers in 20 minutes and crying a little bit.
And then, yeah, shaking the core of everyone else.
Yeah, and shaking the core of the friendship group, possibly changing it forever.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. But yeah, maybe
Eh.
we'll throw some stuff up on the Patreon, maybe just the tier that exists. I know we do have some stuff that would be interesting and funny to see. I have a few video clips of other things that like didn't make it into like vlogs when we were doing that. I have specifically two of you that I just like have on my computer and I don't know what to do with because we don't do the vlogs anymore, and they were like too random to ever be in them. So maybe we'll just throw those two up.
Mm.
Especially because you don't remember what they are, so it'll be perfect.
That's what I love. I love unsuspecting video footage of me I didn't know was being happening at the time, being put out on the internet for everyone and God to see.
Oh, you knew both of them were happening because you like are
Oh.
basically acting for them, and they're both very funny. They just never like fit into anything, and I didn't know how to just like put them out into the world as they are. But maybe
This sounds like how you describe me to people in general.
right. I mean, it is you in the video, so it's not far fetched.
Yeah.
Next,
Or when you put it though, plain clothes.
next submission comes from Lemmy. Email is cats@bats.com. That's not funny at all. And it says, so I got some Taco Bell the other day because it's been coming up a lot. And I got a couple tacos
Attaboy.
and some loaded potato grillers. And because of my Taco Bell, I was able to get some Pizza Hut breadsticks. Thanks for putting that
Holy shit.
Thanks for putting that bug in my head. It was worth it. That episode also got me thinking about other combo restaurants like KFC and Long John Silver's, Red Lobster and Olive Garden. Are there any
What?
others out there? And if so, have y'all ever stopped at one? And what was it like? I swear there are more, but I tried searching on Google and wasn't able to find anything except combo meal menus and what people like to get in combination with each other at whatever restaurants. First off, is there a combo Red Lobster and Olive Garden?
You said that to me, and that hit me. I was like, is there a place where I can get both Cheddar Bay biscuits and Olive Garden breadsticks at the same goddamn time?
Yeah, you mean the classiest restaurant that's ever existed?
You mean the only restaurant where you take a girl on a first date?
Bitch, I love you. I'm taking you to the combo Red Lobster Olive Garden for dinner.
Bitch, you're going to tell our children about how our first date was at the combo Red Lobster Olive Garden.
I'm Googling it, and I think I might have found it. Holy shit, there sure is.
Does it exist?
Yeah. It looks fucking crazy.
So does this mean I can get like shrimp scampi with Olive Garden Alfredo?
No, this is from 2014, and the headline is the Red Lobster / Olive Garden combo restaurants are closing, and it's about damn time.
Oh. who got scorned on a first date at the Red Lobster Olive Garden?
Oh, I don't know. This guy is so happy that it doesn't exist anymore.
He's like, fuck this place. I went and they mixed up my potato gnocchi with my fried shrimp scampi, and everything tasted disgusting. The Italian Sicilian flavors do not mix well with the Massachusetts Old Bay seasoning.
Apparently, they were in Orlando, Thomasville,
The
Georgia,
atmosphere is confusing.
Brunswick, Georgia, Waycross, Georgia, Wilkesboro, North Carolina, Palm Coast, Florida, Beaufort, South Carolina. Those were like all of them, and just some random places.
Because the interesting thing about this particular combination is these are sit down restaurants.
Right.
Like these aren't like drive through restaurants. Like you go, because like you never think of like Long John Silver's as like an exclusively sit down location, you know?
Right, because usually there's someone screaming in it.
And the idea of eating inside a Pizza Hut in this day and age, even forget the pandemic shit. Just like eating inside of a Pizza Hut is insane to me. Like as an adult, I can't imagine doing that.
Right. I guess this is because Red Lobster and Olive Garden are owned by the same company.
Uh-huh.
So they just were like, here we
Yum
go.
Food Brands, whatever.
No, Darden Restaurants.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know what
Darden?
else. Darden. Darden.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, I don't know what other fast food. I know there's like Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins, but I don't think that's like fast food. Or Orange Julius is always with some shit now.
It's like the Orange Julius and Dairy Queen is always a thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But like, how often am I out here going, God damn, I need an Orange Julius stat?
Yeah,
you know?
I think I've only ever had Orange Julius twice or so.
I've got this Orange Julius and it's only half empty.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there? I feel like there is something else that I'm thinking of. Well, you sent me a picture of, what was it, a KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut? Was that what you sent me?
Yeah, KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Which is fucking insanity.
Yeah, because think about the combo that you get, because you got to get, okay, because my go-to order from there, I think, would be a famous bowl, a cheesy gordita crunch, and an order of breadsticks.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm overwhelmed at the idea of a third party being involved. It's like adding too many people in the group sex.
It's so much stress. Yeah, it would be like, imagine if we added a fifth into the dad squad.
Yeah, or a third into the podcast, and they're actually smart and know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and this actually turns into like real intellectual property that like people respect and enjoy. There's like whole tons of fans and everything start coming in. All the money starts rolling in, all because of this third person who had successful ideas that wasn't us.
Right. Well, I guess if we're equating it to adding a KFC to this podcast, then it would be like a half-dead inbred hit, because KFC fucking sucks.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Chris Brown's in the commercial. Huge dick. And he's got diapers. And he pulls his dick out of the diaper.
I don't know if we could show a dick in a commercial.
And he pulls his dick out of the diaper. Huge dick. Man dick. And he's pissing.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other combos. I'm sure there's just weird ones in like the middle of nowhere that are just because.
Yeah, I feel like there's like combos with A&W, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, that does feel right. But I don't know what
like an A&W dog and suds. Am I wrong?
That's what I was gonna say, but I think we're just confusing two like old timey drive up type,
old timey like root beer stand things.
Yeah.
Is it? My brain wants to say A&W Long John Silver's, but like my heart wants to go with A&W Dog and Suds.
Yeah, but is Dog and Suds even like a fucking thing that's like out there that much enough to start being with?
No, I actually know somebody who moved to a different state and they put Dog and Suds down as a former employer to fluff their resume because they can't call them to prove it.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
That's that real pro shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone tell us if there's more combinations, or what would be the best combination, because I don't fucking know.
Well, Taco Bell. I mean, what, can you beat a Taco Bell Pizza Hut?
I feel like you can, but because
What if okay?
literally
What if it was what if it was a better chicken joint,
that would
like a
probably.
Church's?
I still have never had churches for some reason.
Hmm.
But yeah, because literally Pizza Hut only wins because of the breadsticks. So if your whole shit is only one item off of it is good, then I feel like a lot of places could top that.
Yeah, I feel like if you have like one good item, that means that like several other items, like nothing else really matters if you only have one good item, you know?
Right. So yeah, I don't know what it is. I do feel like it would be Taco Bell for sure. And then I don't know what
Hmm.
the second one is. But yeah, maybe yeah, like a Chick-fil-A, maybe a Taco Bell Chick-fil-A. Open on Sundays.
Ooh.
Terrible service.
I was
Perfect.
gonna say it's only the Taco Bell part it's only the Taco Bell part that's open on Sundays.
No, it's got to be the one that's open all the time and yeah, just your regular Taco Bell worker that doesn't really give a shit about you or your food.
Hmm.
Anyway, next submission comes from Greasy Pussy, and that's grease@pussy.com. And it says, when are we going to get that Greasy Pussy pizza shirt that was alluded to like a year ago or so? I know you have the time,
Whoa.
Jamason. um, do you
Who's
even remember what
who's
the...
been sitting on this so bad?
Yeah, I know. Do you even remember? I don't remember what the fucking concept even was. So,
I think it was a greasy. If God and God help me if I'm remembering this correctly or wrong. It was like a greasy piece of pizza that had a pussy in the middle. It looked like, but like the pussy was made out of pizza,
I
like
thought
comically.
I thought it was a slice of pizza with panties on that were all greasy.
No, I don't. No, that's perverse. I don't know who would ever design something like that. That sounds disgusting.
I'm very certain that we didn't talk about a literal vagina being. The hell are you doing? Begging for change?
No, I was stirring a drink in a glass cup.
Oh, I thought you had one of those red. What is it? Red Cross? Salvation Army. You were a bell ringer. You're practicing for winter.
Hold on, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Change, change for the Dapper Dads podcast. Change.
Big yellow bucket.
Huge yellow bucket with the mouth on it.
But yeah, whoever the fuck wanted to submit this from the archives, tell us what the hell it was, because I don't know why you thought we would remember. I remember talking
Yeah, I
about
don't know. You
making a
think we
shirt.
remember what we talk about on the show? You're so stupid.
I remember talking about making a shirt, yes, and there was a greasy pizza and pussy and something. But yeah, if you tell me what it is, then maybe we can figure it out. It's also not the time to.
I was told by HR I need to stop saying it.
Yeah, and it ran its course. We don't go back to things really, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, like we can't just keep like recycling the same jokes. That would be boring.
Right. But yeah, tell us what it is, and maybe if I give a shit, I'll design it. It's not the time to make t-shirts right now, though, unfortunately. So maybe it'll just be a design, and then you'll never get the t-shirt.
T-shirt coming soon. Big things coming soon. Plastered all over our Twitter, and then nothing ever fucking happens.
T-shirt moments away.
T-shirt. Everything Dapper Dads has promised you is always moments away. Never forget, children.
It's true. All right, final submission comes from Lemmy, and that's full@send.com. It says,
Hell yeah.
I was talking to a couple of friends, and some of their friends joined in.
Doubt it.
They mentioned something about the protests, and they clarified, quote, there weren't any riots yet. We all know how bad the area is, unquote. I don't know, it just pisses me off because while I have not spent a lot of time in Rockford, it's not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. It's certainly not the greatest city, and there are a lot of issues, but people make it sound like you'll get murdered just for walking wrong, and it's infuriating. I know it's not a glowing utopia of good people, but as long as you keep to yourself, you'll be fine. Most people that I know have lived in Rockford for their entire lives say pretty similar things, and before you say, I do know there are some bad parts of the city, but every city has that, It's just that stupid shits that live in the richer areas like Roscoe, Rockton, McChesney Park that look down on Rockford.
Whoa,
And
we're
it's
calling out
just,
whole cities on the podcast now.
yeah, this is I'm reading. This is not my personal opinion. Look down on Rockford and it's stupid. Every city has its bad parts, but Rockford certainly has mostly decent or even good parts to it. It has a ton of really cool people, and I'm proud to say that I'm from there. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out. See ya. Yeah, let's say fuck McChesney Park. Let's take a strong
Yeah,
stand.
fuck McChesney Arkansas. And love Arkansas. Except Busters. I love you, Busters.
This is always so funny to me because there's people who aren't from Rockford that listen to this, and it must just be like probably confusing and stupid.
Hearing somebody rep a shitty city that they've never heard of, and then they look it up and they're like, Rockford voted 10th worst place to live.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
No, people were on the rise. Cheap Trick's daughter works here.
Cheap Trick's daughter. They all had one daughter together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just sings Surrender all day.
Oh, of course she does. Yeah, I don't know what to say about all that. That was a lot to take in. Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack. I mean, I don't necessarily think Rockford is, I mean, it's not the greatest place in the world, but like a lot of places in the world, it all depends on who you know, hang out with and what type of person you are and what type of people you associate with. If you're a shit person and you associate with all the shit people in Rockford, yeah, you're going to have a shit time. It's going to be a bad time. But, you know, if you associate with good people and, you know, mind your business, everything seems to be fine.
Yeah, I feel like not even mind your business. I don't like that, or like keep to yourself. Because like I lived downtown for such a long time and would just walk down there and do all this shit. And that was before it got all like fancied up like it is now with the fucking city market
Yeah.
and shit. So yeah, I mean, it's honestly an amazing city for like things like that, like the arts and stuff. And yeah, it just has some issues and problems. But yeah, anything can happen anywhere. You can get shot in the nicest neighborhood if something just randomly happens. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do you hear people preach about how great the north side of Chicago is and then people get shot up there, you know?
Yeah, anything can happen literally anywhere. So you can't live your life like that. And yeah, I don't care if the people that say stupid shit about Rockford, then they're not in Rockford. So that's better for me when I am in Rockford. So I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff. If you just want to, you can do it with anything. You can look at the negatives, or you can actually like find all the cool positive shit that's happening. So it's all like what you want to fucking do. If you want to be a dork and
it's about perspective, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been there so long. I lived there so long. I'm still there all the time. Yeah, you can find the right things and you can do the right stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Fuck these people.
Fuck them all.
Fuck them all. Let's bring them to Rockford and shoot them because that's all we do there. And then
we let God sort them out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Leonard. Why don't you become like who's the guy from Death Wish?
The band?
Huh?
The band or the show?
The show, the movie, the guy, Death Wish himself.
I don't know.
What the fuck? Like his name, Charles Bronson. Damn, why was that so difficult? Leonard become Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the end fell apart there. Leonard become Charles Bronson, but you just shoot people and that disrespect Rockford. How about that?
But you got to grow the mustache.
Yeah, the mustache is imperative, and I have to assume if you're anything like me, you're not going to get that Charles Bronson stash. But I don't want that to stop you.
No.
Figure it out.